The NIH logo appears. Warning: the following video contains violent content. It is designed to prepare you to deal with an active aggressor. Viewer discretion advised. Building 1 on the NIH main campus is shown.
The National Institutes of Health is the largest biomedical research facility in the world, employing over 27,000 people.
People seen walking on campus to work.
But, in an instant, this scenic campus could become the backdrop to an active shooter event.
A man carrying a large bag is seen walking on campus, then into a building where professionals are working and socializing in the atrium. The man passes a set of stairs, sets his bag down, and pulls out a handgun. He aims at a woman talking to a man a floor below. She sees the gunman and drops paper she is holding. The man she's talking to turns and sees the gunman. The screen goes black as shots are fired.
Chances are, you'll never face a situation like this. But if you do, you need to be prepared. I'm Major Josh Bennix from the National Institutes of Health Police. You can survive an active shooter incident by remembering and planning ahead to take 3 important steps.
People run while the gunman walks to the second floor stairs.
Run, hide, fight.
Dispatchers watch multiple security monitors.
911, where's your emergency? Building 35 in the atrium? All units, report of a possible active shooter, building 35 in the atrium. Description given is a white male, approximately 6 feet tall.
Charles Paul 1, copy. Building 35, active shooter, white male, en route.
A police officer in his cruiser rushes to the scene.
If an active shooter event occurs on campus, our Emergency Management Division will send what's called an alert NIH, informing the community to take immediate action to stay safe. Please make sure you sign up to receive these important messages.
Alert.nih.gov.
These alerts are sent via text message or email as soon as a threat is determined.
A woman at her desk receives a text.
An alert NIH will contain the most accurate information available at the time. But an active shooter or violent intruder situation evolves rapidly, and known details may be limited.
Co-workers gather to discuss the alert message.
That's why it's important for you to stay sharp and be attentive to your surroundings at all times.
The co-workers quickly but quietly run from their hiding spots away from the shots. The shooter with gun drawn suddenly appears on the other end of the hall, but doesn't see anyone. He checks an open room and then goes through a door.
The first option to survive is to run. If you can get out, do it.
The co-workers run down the staircase.
Get as far away as you can. Once you're safe, call 911. Make sure you tell the operator that you're on the NIH campus. Avoid leaving the campus. Emergency vehicles will be arriving and traffic congestion will slow their response.
They exit the building safely. The screen goes black, then shows a lab inside the building.
If you're in a situation where you hear gunshots and are unable to get out, another option should be to hide.
Scientists scramble to find shelter.
Always spread out. Don't huddle together, which creates one easy target.
The gunman appears in the lab, gun drawn. Slowly, he walks down the hallway, stopping to look into a darkened lab window. The gunman enters the lab door. A scientist is hiding under a desk, but the gunman passes by without seeing him. A group of scientists quickly rush into another room.
If you're in a room, lock the door if you can. Look for something to barricade entry points. Turn off lights. Silence your cell phones. Make it as hard as possible for the shooter to find you or get to you.
The gunman aggressively tries to open the locked door, but can't.
NIH police will arrive within minutes, along with the NIH Fire and Rescue to treat the wounded.
Police and rescue vehicles arrive.
The sworn federal officers of the NIH police train countless hours preparing for situations like this. And our number one priority is to keep you safe.
Armed police approach the building.
Here's how you can help us. Keep your hands visible when departing the building. Don't grab the responding officers as you come out, and avoid getting in your vehicle and leaving the campus because it can make it difficult for emergency vehicles to respond.
Security camera footage shows the gunman slowly walking through a lab, gun extended, looking for movement. He spots movement, fires shots, and continues walking. He spots more movement and fires again.
If running isn't an option and hiding isn't an option, then your last resort if confronted by the shooter, is to fight.
People huddle together, ready to fight.
Find whatever you can to use as a weapon. At this point, if it's between you and the shooter, fighting back will give you the best chance for survival.
The screen goes black.
You only need to fight until they arrive, and that could just be 60 seconds away. The most important minute of your life. Active shooters are normally apprehended or eliminated in the first 5 minutes of the incident. Our officers are trained to follow the sound of gunfire and will not stop to assist the wounded until the danger has been eliminated.
Officers walk past the dead and wounded.
Specially trained NIH fire and rescue personnel will team with police to form a rescue task force.
A rescue officer stops to examine and treat a woman's wounded arm.
Officers will provide protection while fire and rescue triages and treats the wounded.
An officer applies a tourniquet to a woman's gunshot wounded leg.
It's scary to think about, but an active shooter is something we all need to be prepared for. Take time to know your surroundings. Know at least 2 exits out of your room and building. Become familiar with every possible escape route. Look around the room you're in right now. Find areas where you can hide or items you can use as weapons. 3 simple words could save your life. So remember, run, hide, fight.
The gunman is seen running up the atrium stairway, gun drawn. From a floor above, police aim guns at him. The gunman stops, looks up, and sees the armed officers. He aims his gun at them.
Suspect is down.
The screen goes black.
I'm Alvin Hinton, Chief of Police at the National Institutes of Health. The Washington, D.C. area has had its share of mass casualty events,
A red map is shown of the DMV area.
including the Navy Yard shooting in 2013, the Congressional baseball shooting in 2017, and the Capitol Gazette shooting in 2018. Unfortunately, it will probably happen again. The time spent reviewing this video could help save your life. If a situation were to unfold on the NIH campus, our highly trained federal officers and fire department will be on the scene within minutes. But until then, it's up to you. Remember, run, hide, fight.
If you have any questions about Run, Hide, Fight, please contact the NIH Police. Run, Hide, Fight can be used anywhere on and off the NIH campus. Presented by the NIH Police. Run, Hide, Fight is a registered trademark of the City of Houston. A production of the NIH Office of Management, Office of Research Services, Office of Security and Emergency Response, NIH Police, and the Program and Employee Services Events Management Video Team. The NIH logo appears and fades out, produced at U.S. taxpayers' expense.